ask this question again. Do you shop in your local charity stores? If you do, what do you make of the experience? St Richard's Hospice in Worcestershire wants to find out whether you're a regular customer of theirs in their charity shops or whether you've never set foot in one of their stores. They're asking you to help shape the future. They're asking you to help them make a difference. What you need to do is fill out a survey. But to the charity, it's vastly important, this piece of work, because the insights they hope to gain will help them future-proof their services for years to come. Now, the shops provide a valuable stream of income, which at the moment helps St Richard's support over 3,000 patients, family members, and bereaved people in Worcestershire every single year. And they're not doing this survey business on their own. They've partnered with Hemingway Design on this, the company founded by Wayne Hemingway, MBE, and his family, one of the biggest names in UK design. Well, I've been speaking to Mike Wilkerson, Chief Executive of St Richard's Hospice, and Wayne Hemingway. They joined me earlier on, and I asked Mike first to explain exactly what they were up to.
Yeah, so we're undertaking a piece of work to survey people who shop for us and people who don't shop for us. We're really interested in finding out a bit more about the future. We've got 17 shops that have about 300,000 people come in them through the years and raise about £1 million for us each year. So what we're trying to do is find out why people shop with us, what they enjoy, what they're looking for, and for people who don't shop with us, we'd really like to find out why they don't shop. So we're undertaking this survey, launching today for the next 2 weeks, to gather information around that.
And how will it actually help you, the answers to the questions, Mike?
So it'll help us to drive the business forward. So what we're looking at is how do we open up our shops to a wider audience for the future? How do we get different people coming into them than we've had before? How do we reach out to a new audience, a younger audience? How do we actually keep encouraging customers that do come to us to keep coming? So it'll tell us all these, and we'll be able to analyse the data and have a little look at what we do in the future, how we expand our business and how we grow.
Now, I have a bit of a vested interest here because I don't know whether you know, but I spent a day as one of your shop assistants recently. I tell you what, it was the best days ever. The shop is fantastic. I got a bit muddled up in the cafe over an order of coffee and cake, but I think I overcame that. What I'm saying is, they're fantastic places and, perhaps more importantly, they really make a difference, these shops, to what you do.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the money that we raise through it, over £1 million, goes directly to patient care. So that's incredible that all of that support that people are giving us through that. And it's the people that donate the goods to us and people that go in the shops and actually buy the goods. So we're looking at why people do that through this survey. Is it about sustainability? Is it about St Richard's cause? Why are they coming into the shops? Is it just it's a charity shop? What are they looking for?
And how on earth have you pulled off roping in one of the biggest names in UK design? How have you done that?
Well, that's not me. That's people that know Wayne and Wayne's contacts, people that have known Wayne for many years. So our commercial director, Danny Corns, and one of our training boards directors, Jan Matthews, both know Wayne, and I think it's through those contacts. So, yeah, we're really grateful for Wayne and Hemingway Design coming on board and really helping us support this project.
Well, let's speak to Wayne now. Wayne, good morning to you, sir.
Morning.
Well, on behalf of them, I know they're honoured to have you on board. What is your role? What will you be hoping to do for St Richard's, Wayne?
Well, I've got a long history in second-hand clothing, so I started wearing second-hand clothing as a 12 and 13-year-old after watching David Bowie back in the early 70s, and have never looked back since, really. You know, I've Red or Dead, which was the first label that I had and then sold in the late 90s. You know, that was fully funded by a stall that we had, 16 stalls selling second hand that we had on Camden Market back in the early 80s, and you know, and to this day, you know, just about 100%, not me undies and not me socks, I hasten to add, are second hand, and so we've designed stores for shelter. We're the first ones to put charity shops in high-profile shopping centres. It's been part of what we do, and I think, you know, this is pretty an important fact. But as urban designers, which Hemingway Design mainly do, we do regeneration. I'm sick and tired of going into towns and for elected members, for councillors to say, we need less charity shops in our town. It's a sign of decline. It's completely the opposite. And that's the thing. And we have to do things like research and get public opinion to prove people wrong. Charity shops, the charity sector, charity retail sector has been growing the last few years at upwards of 15% a year, while we've seen a lot of retail decline. And it's not growing because there is an element of we're living in times of austerity, but when you look at the real facts, and it's things like this that throw up the real facts. Austerity is a very small part of the growth, but the main part of the growth, we know, is for new generations especially, wanting to be more sustainable, for wanting to care about giving back, because remember, every pound you spend in St Richard's or any other charity shop is a good pound. You've just heard that £1 million goes towards end-of-life care. These are things that governments don't pick up, and without the likes of St Richard's, life would be a lot. All of us are touched at some stage by end-of-life care. We're all touched by, we all know somebody who needs some kind of cancer support or age support from the likes of Cancer Research and Age UK. This industry is vital to the social well-being, to the health of society. And we have to find out, and we have to prove why it's successful, and make sure that success keeps growing, and towns and decision makers and politicians understand the importance of the sector. There's politics behind this as well.
So, when you have the survey, you'll use that survey and you'll help St Richard's tinker the shop to get the best out of it, to make it the best it possibly can become.
It's that as well. I mean, the survey should be able to help with how to get more donations, which is obviously vital. Yeah. It should help with what the public want from a charity shop, and that could be down to, do they want more menswear, do they want more women's wear, do they want more black, it could be that kind of finite detail which you need in retail. It could also be, do cafes work? It could also be about locations. It's finding out about the age groups, what each different age group wants, what each different demographic wants. But importantly as well, it should help with changing hearts and minds of landlords and town centre and councils to say, we need more St Richard's in our town. We need more retailers like this. We need them to come and serve the public that want them, and to do more good in our town. So hopefully it will result over the years in St Richard's having more shops, doing more for the environment in circular economy, which we haven't mentioned yet, but we mustn't forget about what second-hand clothes means to the environment and to circular economy, and importantly, raising another $1 million on top of the $1 million that they do now to help with end-of-life care.
Mike, that is a passionate statement there. That is quite, heart-rendering, really, what Wayne says. If it's going to help you make more money, you must be tremendously excited to have him on board, especially after what he's just said.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we're delighted that Wayne and the team have come on board to help us. I mean, we couldn't have asked for anybody better to come and do it. So it will make a huge difference. And as Wayne says, it makes a difference in the lives of the people that we care for, their families, their carers. Those are the people that we're doing this for. Ultimately, it's about getting more care and more provision of services out there in the community. And our shops play a huge part of what we do to support that work.
Finish off there, Mike Wilkerson, the Chief Executive of St Richard's Hospice in Worcestershire. And how passionate was Wayne Hemingway, one of the UK's biggest names in design? How passionate was he about the importance of charity shops? He wants more charity shops on your high street, not less, because they are that important. So if you want to take the survey, it's ever so easy. You just go online, www.charityshopsurvey.co.uk. Simply filling in that survey means you've helped St Richard's help people in need. It's as easy as that.